22 tornadoes have been reported across 6 states so far. Tornado warnings are still in effect right now north of Nashville in Tennessee and in parts of Kentucky. That state, unfortunately, now reporting at least 70 dead from a devastating tornado outbreak in western Kentucky. These pictures are dramatic. Preliminary reports of the primary tornado there on the ground for more than 200 miles. At least 3 others died in severe weather in Tennessee, and there is, at this time, 1 person confirmed to have lost their life when a tornado went through an Arkansas nursing home.
But the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of God. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God?
We begin with the overwhelming devastation in the nation's heartland, what could be the deadliest tornado outbreak in this country in more than a decade. At this hour, dozens of people are unaccounted for, families shattered just 2 weeks before Christmas. As many as 100 people feared dead. At least 22 reported tornadoes overnight, cutting a path through 6 states. At least 3 confirmed to be EF3s, with extremely strong winds of at least 136 miles per hour. One of those twisters touching down in Edwardsville, Illinois. This is what's left of an Amazon warehouse. The roof of the building you can see there ripped off, and a wall the length of a football field collapsed.
Heartbreaking images coming out of Colorado as more than 500 homes have burned to the ground as 2 wildfires have torn through the cities of Superior and Louisville in between Boulder and Denver.
Huh? Did you guys just see that?
This man driving through flames to get to safety as evacuations were issued for tens of thousands of people.
There are quite a few things on fire behind me. I have never seen anything like this. Every home that I could see in the distance is on fire, and the winds are so strong, it keeps pushing that fire to each and every home.
For 25 minutes, the situation completely changed.
After 11 this morning, since then, nearly 600 homes have been burned, making it Colorado's most destructive wildfire in just a matter of hours.
Natural disaster unlike anything anyone in Colorado has ever seen.
You were describing it like Armageddon, so it was like, okay, I'm definitely going home and we're definitely packing and getting out.
It's just a tremendously sad thing to report, and I hate to report on it, to be honest, given the fact that there are probably people who live in those homes who are watching right now, watching their homes, become victims of this devastating and catastrophic wildfire that we've seen here in Boulder County. It's just a devastating situation.
We begin tonight with COVID cases soaring. It was exactly 2 years to the day that the world learned of an unknown virus causing flu-like symptoms in China. Now, the Omicron variant of that coronavirus is fueling another global wave of infection. The U.S. reported nearly 500,000 new cases in a single day. That is the largest daily total of any country during this pandemic.
Nearly 500,000 new COVID-19 cases were recorded in the U.S. Wednesday. That number from the CDC is the highest single-day tally since the start of the pandemic.
COVID cases soaring across the country, hitting new highs and showing no signs of slowing down. The World Health Organization now warning of a, quote, tsunami of new cases worldwide.
Lord gave me a dream. Now, in this dream, I was at my childhood home with my brother. In this dream, it was dark outside. I remember walking out and stepping out on the porch to look at the night sky, when all of a sudden, I saw at my 12 o'clock a blood moon. Now, this blood moon wasn't an ordinary blood moon like you usually see. This blood moon had a rainbow that went over it. Now, it didn't only have a rainbow, but it had clouds that covered it also. As I'm seeing this blood moon, I was astonished. But that wasn't all, because when I looked to my left, I saw another moon. This was a full moon, and it also had clouds that were covering it. But then I saw another moon, and this moon was rising on the horizon, and it wasn't covered by clouds. As I saw the blood moon, it continued to shine, but as I walked closer to it, the night became day, and I was able to see outside as if the sun was out. I remember trying to walk closer and closer to the blood moon, but as I walked closer, it kept on getting farther and farther away from me. As I got to the closest peak that I could get at seeing the moon, I was in Jerusalem by the time I got to the moon. As I'm in Jerusalem, I'm looking around, and as I'm telling myself, I'm going to get closer to the moon, I'm going to get closer to the moon, these men appeared out of nowhere and told me that I couldn't go in, that they knew what I was trying to do, which was by getting to the moon, and they said, no, you can't get in. This is where it stops. So I took a narrow path, and I ran towards the moon, and I woke up. Following this dream, the Lord gave me a message. My son, write these words, for they are faithful and true. Many listen to my word, but do not abide by it. What does that gain you? Nothing. Condemnation will be awaiting you. Blessed is the one who hears my word and practices it daily. I am watching very closely upon you and am blessing you. My children, don't go by feelings, for your Lord goes before you and fights for you. Do you believe when I say, I will never leave you nor forsake you? Have faith in me and believe in my word that I will come again. The days go by quickly, and so much you forget which day it is. Verily I tell you, darkness covers this world. The restrainer is being removed before your very eyes. Don't be surprised as the attacks grow more and more powerful. Rather, stay vigilant, read your word, and your Lord will cover you from all angles. Hear my words as I speak to you through my servant. The day isn't fast approaching, nor is coming, but is here. My confirmation number was 901, which means to excavate or to remove. Thank you all so very much for watching. I pray that this video blessed you all and encouraged you all. If you are wondering what I use for my numbers definitions, I use Strong's Concordance. You can find this on google.com. And if you are wondering how do I receive my confirmation numbers, either the Trinity gives it to me or I look at the time that I received the message. That is going to conclude this video. Whether I see you all in the next one or in the kingdom of God, I will see you all again. God bless, stay vigilant, and keep occupying. Shalom.